sending so much love to your light. Here we are rising as one together in this earth plane reality, welcoming in this new consciousness. Hello and welcome. What I wanted to talk about today is a couple of things that are top of mind coming through, really playing with letting it go. So we know we're in a, hi, welcome. We know we're in a reconstruction, complete reconstruction overhaul of consciousness, right? If you're living, breathing on planet Earth, you're going through it because you're here to usher in this new Earth. Whether that makes sense to you or not, what we all know as human beings living consciously on the planet in this now moment is that everything is changing. And, you know, my favorite line that's been coming through, attached to nothing and allow for everything, right? So we're in the metamorphosis, we're in massive transformation, not just on a personal level, but on a collective level. Consciousness is rising. And my guidance, the Light Council, keeps saying you are doing such significant, like so much is happening behind the scenes in your inner experience. So much is happening in, of, and around you that you don't fully understand and don't fully see. So if you're experiencing, I mean, we're shedding, right? We're sloughing off, we're releasing the old ways, the old thoughts, the old beliefs, the old emotions. It plays out on earth plane, in homes and relationships, in moving states, moving countries, leaving jobs, starting new ones. Like big life transformations are happening because we are in the flow of creating new consciousness, and so everything has to get pulled. This is not new information. What I want to talk about today is all of this. There's such a significant ask upon you to let go, right? This sweet surrender, letting it go, on all of the things that I just mentioned, right? So it's on the very deep inner planes, and then it's playing out on the outer planes. So you're being asked to let go of so much in so many different ways. And so I wanted to speak to, there's letting it go and there's letting it be. And they're two very different things that express similarly, right? So it's for you to take a moment when you're looking at different things and experiences and expressions that are happening within you. Are you being asked to let it go? Are you being summoned to let it be for the great reveal of what is next to unfold through you? And there's discernment in that. There's prudence in that, right? Moving from the wisdom of sitting and getting really clear. Am I asked to let go, or am I being summoned to let it be? And both hold power. And you might be summoned to let it be until the next indicated step that brings you into letting it go, until you're really clear. So having to optimize a lot of patience right now, right? And especially as everything is moving into the great unknown. I know this is playing out in many lives. Mine is not, mine especially are right along with the rest of you. This deconstruction to reconstruct. And some days you can be heavy in the deconstruction, and some days you might feel excited about the renewal or the evolution or the revolution of what is to come, right? It depends on which lens you're adjusting to. So if you can't let it go, then maybe you let it be until you know what the next step is. The other thing that was coming through and has been coming through for days that is really important right now is we have so much division on this planet. And what I'm witnessing, what I'm hearing, and even what I'm feeling on occasion if I'm not in my greatest presence, is that there's a lot of judgment coming up. So we know, because we're wise souls, that as we move into higher dimensionality, into fifth dimensional consciousness, what we're collapsing is the 3D of separation, of longing, of the density of non-union, right? So we've lived in this frequency of extreme separation, and where we're going in fifth dimensionality is connection. It's connectivity, it's oneness, it's moving back into the memory banks that we are all one, that we exist because the others exist. So as this is disintegrating, pulling away these two worlds to birth the new in the remembrance of the higher soul bank memories that you are one and connected to everything. As this is happening, there's a crescendo of division that is occurring. And 3D holds division. So it gets loud as it's holding on to itself, right? And the programs of the mind and how the mind operates and the egoic self are holding on to these divisions loudly, because there is fear that when they crumble, right, then that to leave way for the soul's remembrance, right? So we are deconstructing to reconstruct in the new. What's coming up is the division is getting louder. And what I wanted to speak to today, most importantly, is judgment. So I've referenced often David Hawkins' chart, highly recommend it, Power versus Force. And if you go and look at the chart, it has the vibrational frequency markers that every emotion holds vibration. And when we get to the top, we're at enlightenment, 700. And peace and love vibrates 600 for peace, 500 for love. It's your vibrational frequency when you're holding that emotion. When we go to the very base of the chart, we come to shame. And it resonates and vibrates at 20. So when you're in the frequency of the vibration of shame, which is judgment, right? If you're judging yourself, you're holding shame for something you should have, or could have, or would have, or were supposed to do, or didn't do, or couldn't do, or whatever it is, right? When we're judging, we're holding a frequency of shame, which vibrates at 20, love 500. So whatever, whomever, however you're judging, can you refocus your lens and adapt it and adjust it to bring it even closer to that of love? And it's a real big leap to get from shame, judgment to love. So we always go to neutral, the space in between, 250, resonance of neutrality. I see you in your difference. And I can sit here witnessing you in your difference, in our difference, without holding any kind of a charge that lowers my frequency into shame, judgment, apathy, anger. When I really want us to be in love, because unification, unity, and harmony and fifth dimensionality, the basis of it is love. The vibrational frequency of it has to be neutrality to love, to reach that peace and find the enlightenment, right? So where are you playing? And it's subtle, and it's so subtle. The shame game of judgment is so subtle. We are seeing it pop out everywhere with good meaning human beings around so much right now. The jab, who gets it, who doesn't. Judgment on both sides because of strong beliefs. Can you hold frequency of love or of neutrality no matter what is happening around you? Because the only way we're going to get to the promised land of this new frequency and this new earth that we are summoning through the consciousness of our souls is to find the deep resonance of acceptance, of compassion, of grace, and of love, and stay there. And stay there so that we can all rise together. No matter what you believe, and I have strong beliefs like the rest of us, and I witness myself in judgment of those who believe something differently, and it does not feel good when I judge. How can I come back to love? And the empathy that I feel for the decisions that people are making without my judgment. People make decisions based on what they perceive, believe, or the information they've received that they think, or that they believe, or that they perceive that they know to be good for them. Even if I disagree, can I love you even more? Can I love you to your light, no matter what you choose? Because what I want in return, in this connectivity and this consciousness collectively rising, is to be loved home to my greatest light. I want to be loved home. So the opportunity is for you to rise above any judgment, any shame that you're holding, for yourself or for others, and to love you and them home to your light. It's not easy. But this is what we said yes to. It's what we're capable of. And it's what's wanting to come alive within each and every one of us. So if you can't let it go, let it be. And where there is division, where there is judgment, and where there is shame, can you strip it away boldly and come unapologetically into love, into acceptance, into peace, and ultimately move towards that expression of enlightenment, because that's where we're going. We rise together as one in love, in acceptance, in unification, and in harmony. It is our time. I am sending so much love to your light. Whatever it is you are choosing here on Earth Plane, choose it with all of the love in your heart. And allow those who are finding their way to their choices to do so with all of the love that you can possibly summon, that they find, that we all find our way home. I love you. Have a blessed day.